What's going on, everybody? New week here on the Morning Wager, and we got 3 free plays for Monday, August 17th. Very special day, August. Oh, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Hold on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bryan Power. Happy birthday to you. Yay. Blow out your candle. Good job. This is a cake pop I stole from my kids.
Oh, now was that number? I'm going to upset you right now. I'm going to make you. You know how people like how I react to your little voice. I'm going to get a similar, if not more violent reaction out of you. Was that number one due to the fact that I'm number one overall the last 3 weeks?
That's why I picked it, because I know you love to gesticulate all over yourself.
Oh, okay.
And,
well,
I picked it just for you. That too. I picked it just for you. And my kids weren't going to eat those cake pops anyway. I think they're stale. But regardless, okay. So I didn't have a cupcake ready, but I wanted to wish you the happiest of happy birthdays. It's been a pleasure being by your side as your partner here for the last couple of years, betting with you, talking with you, screaming at television sets with you, rage texting with you, and having the occasional pop from time to time with you, which we need to make a more regular thing. But
we do.
It's great. Salute. Here's to you, baby.
Mm-hmm. I am coming down to Atlanta in a few months, as you know. So there we go. That we know we have that on the docket. Enough about the gesticulating and the pomp.
You've been hot, man. Say it.
Shout it from the rooftops.
Okay. It's a 19. Well, we've been hot in Major League Baseball. It's a crummy start to soccer. I went 0-2 on Saturday morning in soccer.
Stop traffic. Maybe you should let me do the soccer handicapping on the show.
Maybe. You had a great World Cup.
I did.
But baseball, we didn't lose over the weekend. We gave out 3 baseball plays. I won 2 of them, pushed on the other. You know which one I pushed on? The Yankees under yesterday.
Oh, the extra innings thing. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, and what sucked too is it was one of those deals where I was up overnight. I could have got a 7.5. It lands on 7. Whatever. I won the bigger one easily, the 4% best bet with the under on Royals Angels. So we're 19-7 our last 26 in MLB, 8-2 the last 10. That
19-7-1.
It's actually 19-7-2, but we're just. I was going to say that we're excluding the pushes. Yes, because there's been actually 2 pushes along the way. We had another one. I think it was last Wednesday. Okay, that was my weekend. Yes, you would like to go. I know that.
Oh, I went 0-2 on Friday. It sucked. Boy, Falcons was a real bad call in preseason, huh? That was terrible. That was awful. And I said to BP on Saturday, I said, you know what, BP, I'm taking a day off. I'm putting the pass in. Need to just clear my head. Came back last night, decided to fade Bryan on the road after his stellar road start. And I thought it was more a product of him facing the Yankees because their offense is pitiful in his last road start. And he went out and threw like 4 no-hit innings and, in the first 5, and Houston did not win in the first 5. They didn't win the game, and so I lost again. So, I'm terrible right now. I have no idea what to say other than the fact that I'm terrible right now.
Is it the shoulder? Is that maybe giving you problems?
I guess. Okay. I mean, literally, yeah. Since the shoulder surgery, I think things have gone downhill. Okay. I got to start handicapping with my other arm.
Okay, there we go. We will be breaking down the entire Major League Baseball board here on Monday. Hey, now please, this is a family program.
Talking about something completely different where your mind went, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. 3 free plays. The entire Major League Baseball board will be broken down here on Monday, August 17th. But before we get to that, let's do a little bit of a wake-up call, shall we? Talk to you in 40 seconds.
Wake up, Mr. Sleepyhead. You are late.
It's the Morning Wager.
I've got a hangover. Who knows what that means?
We're going to do this again.
Garçon, coffee.
So I have a story to tell. May I tell a story?
Oh, so what are you going to tell us, tough guy?
You really set me off, okay?
Take caution in your tone, Commander.
I went 4-1 today. Zinno, I went 4-1.
Bonnie, anything to add?
No.
The Morning Wager starts now.
We went 2-1 with the free plays on the show on Friday.
Who got
I
the
am
one?
still up first. All right, I was not going to make a big deal about it. Underdog winner on the program Friday for me with the Pirates, the Buckaroos. I actually gave them out plus 1.5 as a client play on Friday. Didn't need that plus 1.5. They won 8-4. So congrats to anyone who's on board there. We're not taking an underdog here to get Monday's sloppy parlay going. Matter of fact, I'm going to lay the minus 158 with the Rays.
Wood laying the hammer.
This is a deal where you got a home team looking to avoid a 4-game sweep. That is a spot that I will always circle and generally fire on, especially because Tampa Bay, Mark, has the best home record in all of baseball. I think still, despite losing the first 3 games of this series, right? Somebody might have passed them actually by a half game with these 3 losses. Nevertheless, I know it's the best home record in the American League at 41-21. And it's a percentage points battle with Atlanta. Who cares? The bottom line is this. Tampa Bay is a very, very good home team. And remember, Mark, they came into the series off a 9-0 road trip. Also, the team they're playing, Baltimore, head-to-head, the O's and the Rays this year, the first 6 meetings had all been won by the home team. Baltimore, a 3-game sweep at Camden Yards. The Rays swept the Orioles here at Tropicana Field earlier in the year. I just don't see the Rays getting swept in this series. This is a wraparound series, obviously, that began Friday. Rays got their ass kicked on Peacock yesterday. I know a lot of you probably watched that game. It wasn't close. Freddie Peralta struggled again. Now, do I love the fact, Mark, that we're betting on Shane McClanahan, who is making his first start off the IL? No, I don't. Generally, I tend to shy away from guys who are coming off a stint on the IL, but it wasn't a long stint on the IL for McClanahan. He last pitched July 30th. And you're talking about a guy, we talked about the team dominance of the Rays at home. Okay. Well, let's talk about what McClanahan has done at Tropicana Field this season, gang. He's 7-1, 1.88 ERA, 0.94 whip. So I expect McClanahan will be fine. I expect the Rays to avoid. They're not getting swept in a 4-game series by Baltimore, are they? At home? Rays.
You would think not.
There you go. So that's what I got for you to start off the show. Early game, 6:05 Eastern, by the way.
Can't say I hate it.
Oh, well, that's always good. So you're going to take us to. It's not a late game per se, but I believe it's the latest start time on the board. My game was the first start. Oh no, because there's a doubleheader between St. Louis and Cincinnati. But talk to us about the Rockies and Dodgers. What a fun matchup this is to break down. We hate Tomoyuki Sagano. Not personally.
No,
not personally. I have nothing against the man, but the bottom line is no one's got a bigger gap between actual and expected ERA. But he says
at this point.
I mean, he's saying take your expected ERA right here, pal, because there's not been a more profitable pitcher to bet on this year than Tomoyuki Sagano. And yes, I did just give the middle finger on this worldwide program.
Oh, man. So you're going to have to go to the book with the dueling fans.
I noted it on the screen there. Yeah,
because this is where they're offering it. But we are going to we keep trying to fade Tomoyuki Sagano. We keep trying to fade him. Well, he's the one going at us because we keep getting it wrong. So now if we can't beat him, join him.
Okay,
let's just back. Let's just back him right here. Okay, let's take the 1.5 in the first 5. Granted, I've been awful. Granted, everything I say, do the opposite. But at this point, look, the Dodgers are. When you get to this range, it's just flat out way overpriced. It's impossible to bet the Dodgers in any size, way, shape, or form. And odds makers are preying on the public to be that stupid to go ahead and lay this kind of number at minus 270 with the Dodgers to do it, right? And put them in a bunch of money line parlays and everything else and hope that somehow the Rockies pull this thing off. Well, look, I don't want to leave the Rockies bullpen in here. And since Bryan Power loves to steal my thunder when he introduces a bet, I'm going to steal his. Tomoyuki Sagano has given up 24 home runs this year. 23 of them have been solo home runs. That's Bryan Power's most incredible stat about Tomoyuki.
I think it's 21,
Sagano.
I think, but that's okay. It's the vast majority have been solo. It's
22?
I think it's 21.
21?
Yes,
how many?
21.
Whatever.
21.
Okay.
All but 3.
all but 3. So this game is at Coors. The Rockies have a better chance to score. Look, Blake Snell is only making his 3rd start of the year, 2nd start off the IL, and 1st one on the road. I know he was good in his 1st start against Kansas City. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 10 Ks. Yeah, that's really good. If he's on like that, the bet's dead in the water regardless. So you know me, the way I kind of view game script. Rockies could stay within a run here over the course of the first 5. If Tomayuki does his dookie with this dookie in Colorado. There you go. Oh. Well done.
You mentioned about the opposite, and I thought about it. One of our favorites. Hey, number one, you and hey, what did you think of the Jay Buter trade? You know, that's here. Let's take that off the screen here.
What you've done to this fine franchise.
You would love. I could see you do that right now to the current ownership. Yes, the Hal Steinbrenner.
Nah, it wouldn't be that cordial.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a funny thing. All right, let's talk about the rest of the board. We're gonna get to our show best bet here. Made me laugh. Wasn't the best image right there, is it?
No, you probably need a higher res image.
It was. I googled it quick. You know, so whatever. Hey, shoot me. All right, let's go. There is a doubleheader I mentioned today. St. Louis and Cincinnati.
Are they still starting undecided?
Since in the first game, Cincinnati is going with undecided. St. Louis is going with Matthews. We got Palante and Lauder. I'm just saying, you know, I don't get involved with these doubleheaders, generally speaking.
I mean,
although
Palante is better on the road, and I would actually back Palante right now at a -127 price, just because he's better. And Rhett Lauder, he's better at home too.
Yes.
You know what?
First
5 under.
Okay, there we go. We got something there for you. I'm not doing anything with that doubleheader. Let's take a look what else we got. I gave you the
Cardinals score a lot on the road.
They do. But boy, what a weekend they had against the Cubs. We'll talk about the Cubs here in just a little bit, but the Cardinals took 2 of 3 over the weekend at Wrigley. What a debut it was for Baez. I'm sure everybody saw that. Miami and Philadelphia. I mean, Philadelphia's a gigantic favorite. Sanchez
same sort of thing. Like, here's your deal, guys, right? Sanchez to get a win. That's all you do.
He's been incredible at home this year.
At home, he's 10-1 with a 1.41 ERA. So he's only got 3 no decisions at home, period.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the idea that there's not a high probability that he gets a win here against Jansen's junk in Miami feels pretty low. I mean, that's probably the best bet you're going to make. I would cap that at -120, -125. Anything above that, I wouldn't play it.
Any concern that the Phillies had to rally from a 5-0 deficit yesterday against Minnesota? Does that enter the? Does that matter?
No, I mean, I would hope that when they're home and they score a lot more than they do on the road, this would be a lot.
True.
And by the way, let me just double check.
They swept Minnesota, by the way, in Minnesota over the weekend. The Phillies, a good weekend for the Phils. There is a chasm growing in the National League wildcard race. It looks like it's a 3-horse race for those last 2 spots with the Phillies and 2 teams in the NL West, the Padres and Diamondbacks.
I will say this much. Jansen Junk has 1 start against Philly this year. He went 5 1/3, just gave up 1 run. His numbers against the Phillies lineup in his career haven't been only a 34 at-bat sample size, but 206 batting average and 5.29 OPS. Not a lot of success there. So, but still, I would trust the situation where it is Christopher Sanchez to get a win. And, oh, by the way, when he faced Philly earlier this year, 'twas
Miami.
In Miami, where Phillies don't score on the road. So
Sanchez in his career 3-0, 1.06 ERA versus the
good.
Marlins. And again, remember that I mentioned the 3. Just to clarify, I said it was a 3-game sweep in Minnesota over the weekend. Technically not true. 2 of the games were in Minnesota. Of course, the series opener was played in Iowa at the Field of Dreams. Baseball, Ray. All right, let's go.
We bet to go over, and it didn't.
That is true. The next by half a stinking run. Let's talk about Detroit and Pittsburgh. I think this is a game that probably does go over the total. I think it's a sneaky over situation. Ladzinski has not been good since being moved back into the starting rotation. He's given up 9 runs in 5 1/3 innings in his 2 starts. And then meanwhile, you look at but Pittsburgh, That's the bad news, Ladzinski. The good news is they score more at home than they do on the road. Talked about it on Friday when I said when I took them as an underdog against Boston. And they're facing Framber Valdez, with the exception of a start against Seattle and that pathetic offense, Mark. Framber has not been the color of your energy this year.
No, he's been bad. Why is that total only at 8, though? Pittsburgh is one of the highest scoring teams at home. Why is it only at 8?
And Detroit's been one of the highest scoring teams, period.
The entire second half. Break. Yeah, I mean, stinky line.
The number scares you off a little bit.
Stinky.
San Diego and the Mets. Walker Buehler versus Nolan McLean. I think the Mets have McLean. I think the Mets have a starting pitching edge here. I would only back them in the first 5 because the Padres have a decided bullpen edge.
Right, and that's the point. If they don't get to Walker Buehler, they're dead. The Mets offense isn't exactly worthy of lighting things up. So if they can't push runs across against Walker Buehler, McLean is the only pitcher in that Mets rotation that you really want to back with any level of consistency.
I will say the Mets had a good weekend. Swept the Nationals may have thrown in the towel, by the way, in 2026.
However, McLean has been much better on the road than he has at home this year.
So, and the Padres, we talked about a moment
They're
ago.
also one of the highest scoring teams since the break.
Yes, we talked. Yeah, similar to the Tigers, a very resurgent offense since the break. San Diego over the weekend took 2 of 3 here in Cleveland. They've been hot in general overall. They've won 7 of their last 8, so they come in fine form. And again, if you like the Mets, I would limit that bet to the first 5 because the Padres have a decided bullpen edge. Arizona and Boston. You and I both were when we were talking on the phone before the show started. We both kind of like the underdog here, right? Boston maybe giving a little bit back after that historical 27-3 run. They've dropped now 7 of their last 9, 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh over the weekend. They scored less at Fenway. Arizona with Bratt on the mound.
Yeah, bitch Bratt.
Attractive as a dog.
Yeah, he's been really good his last 3 starts. 5 innings, 1 run, 7 innings, no runs, 6 innings, 2 runs. It's been really good. I don't know. It's at this point with this young lefty, like you never know when it's going to be good or bad. But all I know is that Alec Gamboa is a favorite here with the Red Sox. I guess they're going with a bullpen game.
Yes.
Still, I don't know.
I don't know. I think the Red Sox are giving something back. I think Arizona's kind of Arizona, we've talked about it on the program before multiple times. Since the All-Star break, I think the plus 1.5 is going to be a little juicy because you know what we're seeing. But Arizona since the break has been one of the better teams in the National League. So
they have, yeah. You're paying on the low side -160
for the plus 1.5. Atlanta and Minnesota. Atlanta. I should have been on Atlanta Sunday.
Let me ask you a question real quick. You just go back to Arizona, Boston.
Okay.
If you could get Arizona +1 at -122, you take it.
It's not bad, I guess. I don't know. It's not a bad deal. -122 +1.
I mean, you're just keeping the push in play. That's it.
Hold on a second here. Let's look at this objectively, as you like to say.
Hold your horses. I didn't know there were any horses around.
Arizona, you can get +0.5 a run around -120 in the first 5. Isn't Arizona's edge in this game in the starting pitching department? Boston has an outstanding bullpen. Isn't that, if Arizona is to win this game, is it not because Boston's going with a guy like Gamboa and Bratt has been in fine form? Yeah, I think that might be the bet to make. Arizona +0.5 a run in the first 5.
I tend to agree because game script wise, like if Arizona's bats are dead early or Mitch Bratt isn't effective early,
you're not coming back against Boston's top-ranked bullpen.
When it's the whole game pitching the whole bullpen. But to your point, yes, let me just see. What did Boston do? How much bullpen did they use yesterday? They got trashed 8-3, so there might have been a lot of pitchers being used.
Pittsburgh got out to a big early lead in that game.
I know, but strangely enough, it was Sandoval who's a starter, and Burgos went 4 innings, and did the rest. So yeah, they're actually pretty fresh, all things considered. Okay. So yes, the point simply being that Boston still has the bullpen edge even going in a bullpen game.
Okay. Atlanta and Minnesota. Atlanta has not lost to Minnesota since 2019. 11 straight wins in the regular season.
Really?
That's a true story. They don't play very often, obviously. Do you think some of the Braves play?
They play every year now.
Atlanta and Minnesota, they don't play every year.
Every team plays every team.
I guess they do now. You're right. Actually,
yes, they play every year.
That's right. I forgot about that.
It's been that way for like 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, it has?
Yes.
Oh, you're right. 9-0 since 2023.
No, okay. Thank you.
There was a big gap. I don't know. Let me ask you this. Are the Braves out for revenge for the 91 World Series still?
I don't really think anybody who's on this team was born then, but that's neither here nor there. What I do know is Martin Perez, over his last 4 starts, has gone 20 innings, given up 6 hits and exactly 0 runs. This is talk about,
at home. But those are his last 4 starts at home. His one road start, he did give up 3 runs in that stretch.
All these regression candidates are pissing me off.
Perez, he's the guy whose expected ERA is north of 4, while he's got an actual ERA sub 3. The Braves, I wish I would have bet them on Sunday. I don't know why I overlooked it. Was it a price thing?
Against Arizona? After losing the first 2?
After the Braves have only been swept in 1 3-game series all year. It was by San Diego back in June. So that was a spot where you probably wanted to target the Braves. They're feeling pretty good with their chances of Perez on the mound. But Perez has been worse on the road than he's been at home. Conversely, Bailey Ober has been better at home than he's been on the road. These are 2 top 10 offenses, by the way.
When you say better, like 3.5 runs better at home. Like
Ober, that is.
Yeah, Ober. And his batting average drops, his OBA drops 100 points at home. So it is a wild difference. To me, it kind of screams first 5 under, but what do I know at this point? I suck.
Just a reminder, every Major League Baseball team plays every Major League Baseball team every year.
Just in case you didn't know that, BP, welcome to the program.
I don't know what I was thinking.
They play every year, yes, but not that often.
The 2019 thing threw me off in the chart. We're skipping Athletics Kansas City because that's our best bet. White Sox and Cubs. A little Chicago pride on the line. As I mentioned earlier, it was not a particularly good weekend on the north side of town. The Cubs have lost back-to-back games for the first time since the All-Star break. Lost both Saturday and Sunday to the rival Cardinals. Meanwhile, it was a great weekend for the White Sox. They swept the Tigers up in Detroit. They now are a season best 5.5 games up in the AL Central.
Jesus, that was a 2.5. They were ready to lose their grip on the division. They just swept them in Detroit.
I still think the Tigers are making the playoffs, but the White Sox, look, I'm on them 5-1 to win the division, so I'm kind of feeling pretty good about that right now. Luis Castillo, what a start he had last time out. He went 7 innings, gave up just 1 hit, had a season-high 10 strikeouts. This will be his 3rd start since coming over from Seattle. His first start was not particularly good. That really good one that I just mentioned was against the Reds.
Yeah.
Who stink, but
that was a home start for him in his new digs, even though it was still a road start. But on the road, which this is, ERA over 1 run higher on the road, and 13 of his 17 home runs allowed have come on the road this year.
Now, Shota Imanaga is starting for the Cubs.
He hasn't been great this year either.
Well, yeah, I would bet. Last time out, he gave up 4 runs, 3 homers. That was on the road, though, against a Washington Nationals team that, despite its second half swoon, is still near the top of the league in runs per game. But prior to that, Imanaga he'd allowed just 3 runs total over 4 starts. He had
a very good July with a 1.53 ERA, but his previous 2 months, May was a 5.8 and June
was pretty good.
1.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a 4.1 ERA.
Yeah, he got roughed up, though. He had the 1 bad start in June, but he had up 2.
He had a good April and a good July. So it's just, he hasn't been great.
It's 2 runs or less allowed in 9 of 11 starts for Imanaga overall. But, he hasn't always gone deep into games necessarily. That should be pointed out. Dodgers again. Okay, there we go. We talked about Dodgers in Colorado already. Let's get to the Athletics and the Royals. Before we do that, let's remind you this. Now I shudder to think what you're going to say, but oops. Buy one, get one free. You get every pick from Zinno and I for the next 3 days for $69. Every play.
You could back BP's plays and fade mine.
Okay.
Still information.
I think it's a great time to buy on Mark Zinno, is what I'm going to tell you.
That's definitely buying low. Definitely buying low.
Again, guys, we have been seeing it well in Major League Baseball. Now, 82-57 for the year. I was looking back. This is my best baseball season quite some time. This is a very good baseball season.
I started to think of my baseball record.
We're up 57.5 units with totals. Check this out. I'm number one at picks and parlays, as my voice cracks, and winners and whiners for the season with MLB totals. I've dropped to number 2 at WagerTalk. I want to know who passed me. I need to fight that person or send you to fight them. That would be probably a better plan of action. Nevertheless, I plan on getting that top spot back at WagerTalk. It's been great with totals. We're up over 80 units, guys, overall since mid-April. Very proud of that. 19-7, 8-2. Our runs in Major League Baseball. So see it well. Get on board, guys. We'd appreciate it. All right.
God, this August has been an absolute abortion.
Right. We're not gonna. We're moving past. We're going to Splash Sports now.
Oh, okay.
Use password WagerTalk. Getting a $100 bonus when you sign up. What are you signing up for here? It's very simple. You're signing up for an NFL Survivor contest. What does the winner get? $21 million. Mark Zinno and I have a joint entry, so we'll be each winning $10.5 million.
Correct. You could try to fly it from our dead, lifeless fingers, but that's not going to happen.
Yes. So. But you could get what this is. So many of you guys watch this show. I know it's, I could do better than BP and Zinno. Well, here's your chance to prove it. Take us on in Survivor. $21 million on the line. And again, you use password WagerTalk, and you get a $100 bonus when you sign up at Splash Sports.
I would tell you that we are going to be discussing our Survivor selection on the show every Friday. We're not afraid to tell you what it is because we're going to be good at this. And also, no one has done it yet, but I am offering, if you send me a DM, a screenshot of your entry, I will give you nobody wants my free plays right now. That's the problem. Yeah, I'll give you a week worth of Bryan's free plays. How's that sound?
I'll let him do it.
Okay.
By the way, somebody wanted my phone number, by the way. Did you see that on Twitter? I didn't like that when you offered to give that out.
I think it's for Bryan Power's birthday. I should give your number out so everybody can call you and wish you happy birthday.
No, I don't know if you noticed that it was I broke the cardinal rule of podcasting. I did not have my phone on silent. It was driving me crazy the first 2 minutes of the show. But ding, 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 ding. I didn't like that. Okay. Anyway, let's go to our show best bet. Nobody cares about my phone.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people care about the Athletics and Royals, to be honest with you, but it's our show best bet. I like the under here for 2 reasons. Number one, the Royals never score when Michael Wacha's on the mound. I'll let you talk about that because you're a big run support guy. What I'll also tell you about before I throw it to you is the Athletics are dead last in runs scored on the road. When they actually have to play in a major league park, they don't score very much. And they also give up fewer runs as well. Funny how that works. Athletics Royals under 9. You want to talk about Wacha's run support, or should I say lack thereof?
Yeah, it's not good. 2.96 runs per start, which is the second worst, only behind Tanner Bibee. The only 2 pitchers that get less than 3 runs of support per start. So not a Michael Wacha, who is an all-star. You wonder why. He's been a hard luck pitcher this year, sort of from the standpoint of 5 and 8, but the numbers have been really good. So this is a spot here where we're at home, no less, where he is a little bit better, but his batting average drops. His OBA, opponent's batting average, drops about a good 40, 50 points at home this year. And little revenge spot here for Wacha, if you believe in that sort of thing. Last time he faced Oakland all the way back in or the Athletics rather, all the way back in April, out in Sacktown, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. See if he bounces back here for a much better start.
Yeah, that series, it was very interesting. Even though Wacha didn't pitch all that well, at West Sacramento. Every game in that series between the A's and Royals, and this was early in the year, every game stayed under. It's one of 2 series this season in that park where every game went under. The other one was against Boston, if you recall, a few weeks ago. So, look, if these teams combine to stay under the total in that ballpark in Sacramento, the total was closed 9.5 all 3 games. I think they're going to stay under here in Kansas City. Yes, the Royals score a little bit more at home. Yes, Mason Barnett is a major question mark starting for the Athletics here, but Waka pitches well, gets no run support. The A's are dead last in runs scored on the road. There you have it. Show best bet. A's Royals under 9. I didn't put a space between the colon and the Athletics. I'm sure you're very upset about that.
Yeah. Grammatical errors bother me, but my record bothers me even more. We're going to turn this around now. Bryan Power wants me to be positive, and because it's his birthday, I will be positive, and I will do the opposite.
There you go. George Costanza. Not a high resolution image, but
my
you all
name's
get
George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
Hi there. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
All right, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with 3 more free plays. Until then, let's cash some tickets. George Costanza.
I love a sloppy parlay, yeah. Chances high or low.